Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to RoadCraft for what is live stream number 13 as we continue our journey through the game. Good morning, hope you're well. We're back today for 3.5 hours as we continue on from yesterday's live stream. Now, yesterday we continued on the map Incommunicado, completed some more main objectives, side objectives, got some power going to one of the plants, and then it became time for us to learn how to use new tools, and that was the logging tools. Now, up until this point, we hadn't been able to use them. We didn't know anything about. We knew they were there, but we hadn't been told to use them or how to do wood as of yet. And yesterday, we finally got logging. I will say straight away, the logging crane, where you put the logs in the back of the truck, is a pain to use. And we were advised not to use it, and there's other ways around it. We shall see how we go. I kind of want to use the stuff that's meant to be used. It just means things might take a little longer because of it. But we continue today on Incommunicado. It kind of feels like we did quite a lot yesterday. And I kind of thought, oh, we must be quite a way through. Can't be much left to do. And then we came out and had a look at the hub. Still lots to do.
Did you have a car on finance with Black Horse?
So I'm just watching my own advert while I'm trying to check the stream sound.
You can claim back compensation.
There you go. I love it when it does that. But yeah, so you think you're kind of getting somewhere, and actually there's still lots to do, which isn't a bad thing. But we've only got a week and a day or two. I think it's a week and a bit until Death Stranding 2 releases, and that's our main priority after that. We're still doing bits and pieces in Assassin's Creed Shadows as well. Still not doing the episodic content, or still trying to do it, but struggling massively due to narcolepsy and falling asleep constantly. So yeah, I don't know how we're going to manage all this in one go, but we're trying as best as possible. Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated. We are doing everything we can as much as possible. I have noticed an uptick in viewership for the live streams in the mornings, which is incredible. The channel itself is doing really well. It's just a shame we can't get the episodic content back up and running because it's consistently. That's the thing. Crazy Irishman, good morning. How are you? I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. Rough night, but other than that, I'm okay. I'm getting used to the rough nights, to be fair. It's every night. Right, let's get into it and see how much more we need to do in Incommunicado. There's still 5 maps after this as well, and a week and a couple of days is not long. So we are 57% done through Incommunicado. As I say, it felt like we did quite a lot yesterday, mission-wise. Built a road. Built 2 roads, in fact, yesterday. And yet, percentage-wise, shows there's still lots to do. That's the thing. So we are currently infrastructure requests completed 2 of 10. I'm kind of ignoring that because that doesn't count towards the 100%. I don't know what it is. It doesn't count. So complete objective 16 of 28. So that means there's 12 remaining. And side objectives 4 of 7. So 3 of those remaining as well. So 12 main, 3 side objectives to see if we can get this map finished. It takes what it takes. I mean, no rush at the end of the day. I know we've got other things coming up on the channel, but we're in no rush to get everything done, to be fair. It takes as long as it takes, as far as I'm concerned. And we'll make things work as best we can when it comes to it, with Death Stranding and stuff. We did manage to get login started yesterday. We do need to make a bridge first thing. If I remember correctly, we were saying about making a bridge to the concrete factory because getting in and out of there is a pain in the butt. I'm just going to strap cargo. So this is where we finished yesterday. We dropped off the logs needed for this mission, which was the first mission to do with logging. So that's done. We need to prepare the concrete plant area. This includes clear two areas of objects, nice and easy. One's already got a crane. One hasn't got a crane, so we're going to need to bring a crane over maybe. And we're going to replace a pipe as well, which is... I did see where the pipe was, actually. Where is the broken pipes here? So we're going to need a crane for that anyway. I think these cars are in the way here. So yeah, we're going to need a crane for the pipe anyway at the end of the day. So we will do that. No side objectives currently. But to get into this concrete factory is a pain. So, first things first, I think we build a bridge. And that means we can get in easier. Now, we have the ability to build wooden bridges now. So let's do that. What do we want? I'd prefer a wide wooden, mainly because I don't like holes. Holes means I fall through. Right, I'm always a bit awkward with doing these, I must admit. So this will be interesting. I don't quite. It's the I can't make it turn the way I want it to. Do I want flat ends or in line? I think kind of there. That's actually not too bad, I think. 3 logs. We've actually got the logs on us now. We can go and get this done straight away. Yeah, I don't know what it looks like, but we'll drive there in our crane because we've got the 3 logs already on the back. That makes life easy. I don't know if there's any more materials and things we don't know of yet, or any new types of trucks we haven't used. There's some in the shop, obviously, that aren't unlocked as of yet, so I'm sure there's still new things to see and do. This has got no turning circle whatsoever. So I don't think we're finished with learning new things and seeing new trucks, at the very least. But this is our bridge that we're building, and this means we can now get into the concrete plant a lot easier. Yeah, I don't like bridges with holes because I'm more likely to fall through them, in my mind. There we go, bridge is built. What do you mean it's not built? Oh, there you go, I was in the way. That's a nice looking bridge, isn't it? Nice and simple to get over. Nice and easy now to get in. Happy days. Okay. This thing is really slow reversing. Okay, first job done. So, I think what we need to do is we have got a pipe in storage. I was saying this yesterday. There's bases around that I don't know how to activate, and there's nothing to say how we activate them. I have looked in the codex as well, but there's actually no way of activating them from what I can see. My little boy's just messaged at school. Hopefully.
At school now, I love this.
Happy days. Yeah, wide bridge, I just feel more comfortable. If you go for the scout bridge, it's too small, and then if you got that one, my chances are I'll stick a wheel in the middle holes and I'll just be screwed. So always easier not to. Okay, right, we need a pipe. That's something we do need. And we need a crane, essentially. Let's see what we got. So, our mule is probably our best thing for carrying. Where's our mule currently? The mule is over there. We can pick a pipe up from our base, which is all the way over here. See, we've got base. See, there's a base up here, but again, I don't know how we activate it. There must be a way of activating it. I just don't know what it is. Scout vehicle. That's not a bad shout, to be fair, because that's a lot closer to where we are, although not the ideal position. There's one further down here as well, all the way over here, the river base as well. Have we got a vehicle nearby to that one? Yes. What have we got here? I know there are 2 cranes, although all we've got to do is go up there, don't we? So, what do we got here? Roller. There's our mule. We'll quickly head up there and just see if that is how you activate it. Because we just, for some reason, we've only got 1 base on this map. Yet there are others that just aren't activated. And it'd be good to know, because we kind of do need to know how these things work. It just hasn't been explained, which seems a bit weird. Right, get out of the way of that coming through the gate. Never get in their way, because they're not going to stop. And then, yeah, we just need to take a pipe across in the mule. May as well use the mule because it's got a crane on board, so we can load it up with the pipe and everything as we go. I kind of wish there were more vehicles like the mule, so we could change vehicle more. That had a crane on the back and can also carry stuff. It does seem like it's the workhorse because of what it's got on it. Right, we want to go left and up. Up there. If this is how you activate these bases, I wish I'd known earlier. But this may work, it may not. If it doesn't, we need to call it back to the Highland base anyway, as that's where we'll get our pipe from. We're going up. I was going to put it on low gear because we're going uphill, but it just slows it down and struggles more. Right, here we are. What happens when we go close?
This place isn't too shabby, is it? Still, the locals are loaning it out, so don't break anything.
Okay. Convert the local garage into a base. So we had to go near it to pick a mission up to activate it. We need to store four steel beams, and that will give us the roadside base will be restored. Okay, so we have to go close to these bases to then get a mission to activate them. It's all these things that I wish I knew sooner. To be fair, it's worth a decent amount of money as well. To be honest, steel beams are here. So what we'll do if we go, what we got here? There. What we want to do is we'll jump in this here. No, that's a mobile. That is a crane. I wonder if I could drag stuff over here. Was what I was thinking. Because obviously we need four. We need if we actually put that mission on track. So we've got the concrete slabs in storage. We just need to store 4 beams. So we need to make steel beams times 4. We've only got 1 beam factory, I think, haven't we? There's another roadside base there as well. No, that's where we are now. That's what we're doing, isn't it? Okay. Because I keep turning the map. That's our other base. There's another base over here called the river base that we haven't used. So I'm assuming we'll get another mission for that if we go near it. We can buy and sell resource at that building there. So I'm just looking to see if we've got any other thing. I don't think we have. So steel beams. There's a big pipe there that can be dragged. There's 2 big pipes there that can be dragged across, and then we'll see how much more we need. I know this crane isn't the best, and then we'll need to get a vehicle here to load up anyway. But this should be okay for dragging the beams. We have done it previously, to be fair. But yeah, thank you for the tip, Crazy Irishman. It was definitely... I hadn't thought about doing that before, to be fair. I probably should have done, to be honest. Just going near it to see what happens. But yeah, 4 beams needed. Okay. We change this to a single attachment point. We're basically just going to drag it behind us, I think. Okay, that's saying we can't pick that one up. Can now. Okay, can we pull it? I know the others are good. Ah, something failed. I don't think it matters if they fail now, because I'm pretty sure everything is done. Yeah, all Highland base. Yeah, okay. We can ignore that because everything is done. All rewards are done. Oh, in fact, I'm actually on the wrong one here. I was going for the top one, but actually, what I should do is go for this one. Because this should roll. This crane isn't the best, to be fair. There we go. Just wanted it to roll behind us. Right. Can we drag it? Is the question. These small cranes aren't brilliant. That's the only downside. We haven't got the power, have we? Unfortunately, we can't move them. This crane hasn't got enough power. Okay. Well, we'll put this back for loading up then. We know we need to get more. We need to get some metal over here. Just doesn't have the power to move them big beams. Annoyingly. We got anything else nearby that we can quickly grab? Car, vehicle we could drag. There's a load of stuff there to sell. All those yellows are sold. To be fair. There's just some small stuff there. I was ideally looking for something bigger, to be fair. We've got a few bits and pieces over there again. There's a car, to be fair, there's a car over there. Let's go and grab the car. Hoping we can drag the car behind us. Thanks for the like, with us, much appreciated. No, exactly. And it was a good guess, to be fair. Now we know that for future bases as well. That's the thing. I was assuming so that's actually a side mission we wouldn't have got otherwise. And considering we've only got 3 side missions to do, I wonder if that comes off our list. Right, let's see if we can drag this car. I might be better off changing attachment again. Me tipping over already. This crane is rubbish. Forget how rubbish this crane actually is. Right, can we, directly behind us is all I want. If it's directly behind us, and then anchors up. Yeah, these small cranes are just not very good for anything. Wrong button. So I've got the wrong camera on as well. There we go. Last time we got beams pretty quickly by going to fill a vehicle at the scrapyard, didn't we? That helped massively. I just thought, well, the crane's here, we might as well utilise it, but it's just poor. And this is the upgraded crane as well. Admittedly, it's not designed for dragging stuff, I suppose. So it's not all the crane's fault. You know, they're designed to be stationary and used as a crane at the end of the day. Only a slight incline, come on. I have to get low gear to actually get some movement. Struggling there, isn't it? Yeah, we won't do this again with this crane. We'll leave it here to load up the next vehicle, but there's no point using this to try and get scrap here, I don't think. Come on, nearly there. low gear really help? Not really. It's not like we're even on mud either. We are actually on concrete. So yeah, I'm guessing if we want all the side missions complete then to 100% the map, we need to go to the other base at some point and get that activated as well. Because otherwise that would be a side mission not done, surely. Or will we just get that side mission towards the end maybe, I don't know. Right, we're nearly able to put this down at least. Only 4 into this probably won't give us all 4. I guess this will give us 2 in total with what's already in there as well. Why are you spinning your tyres? Come on. 2. I said it would be 2. Right, we'll use this for loading up whatever vehicle we use in a minute. What I'm thinking, once this is in place, we recall the mule back to our Highland base over here. We load it up with a load of rubbish, drive it to there, because we can then load that the steel beam, 4 steel beams, back to Highland base, and then Highland base one steel pipe and take that to the concrete factory, and then we're kind of doing 2 missions in one there, is I think our best ploy. So we need to recall the mule. As I say, if there was another vehicle that had a crane on the back, we'd be using that as well, but unfortunately there isn't. The mule is our go-to. And we can load it up with scrap where we are now, can't we, as well? Are we going right or left here? Left. Down the hill there's a load of scrap. So we can get this loaded up down here. There we go. Load of rubbish just down here. Should really change camera just so it's easier. There we go. I want the roll that's literally there. There we go. Definitely think I'm getting a little bit better with the crane. It's taken a bit of time. I definitely feel like I'm improving with it. Further to the front. There we go. It's 2 in. Obviously I don't know how many of these are going to give us each, that's the thing. Can I get in the back like that, I wonder? I think it might actually fit. If I get that right. It's going to be just a little bit too big there, isn't it? Although saying that it will strap up, so it's not a massive issue. And we have got things like this, which are flat. So we do want as much on as possible, really, just so it's a full load. But yeah, 2 missions in one was ideal. If we can do it that way. Right, I'm thinking with that. Because we've got a load of these barrels. Oh, for anyone that hasn't played it before, I know Stu the Gamer who drops by the streams. He's played it because I watched his series on it. House Flipper. Then my little boy have started playing on the Switch too. I didn't know I bought it for him, and he played a bit of it, and I played a bit last night. Really fun, really good fun. Something nice and simple just to chill out with. I know Stu the Gamer did a whole series on it on his channel. Don't know how well that's going to strap, to be fair, but I've just done that. Probably should see what this looks like strapped down, to be fair, just in case these barrels don't strap very well like this. Let's have a look. Oh no, this seems to be alright, to be fair. We'll get a few more on. As I say, the more we have on now, the better the load, the more beams we'll get out of this, and hopefully get it done in one shot. I don't know why that one fell over. Okay, I think that will do. I could be here for ages to fill it up. Hopefully that's enough stuff. And what we'll do, we will drive this straight down here until we get to the tractor, cut across from the tractor, steel beams facility. Hopefully that will give us what we need for the 4 steel beams. We'll take them back to Highland base, store them up, get the other base open, and then we will see which is closer. I'm guessing Highland base might still be closer. The concrete factory, we'll see. Wherever's closer, we'll get the steel pipe from, and that's the mission complete as well. It's a good job we already had the concrete slabs already in storage, to be fair. I think that's on a prior mission. And we have still got concrete slabs in the house that we pulled the doors off as well. More vehicles than ever. Yeah, I think so. Like I say, it's just the fact that the mule's the only vehicle that has a crane and can carry stuff. All it needs is another vehicle that's similar to that, and then at least then you wouldn't use the same vehicle all the time. Because we do overuse the mule only because it has that capability. And as I say, if something else had the same capability, we'd probably share the load more. I just nosedived into that. As I say, we don't normally have an issue getting across here. What's going on? Maybe we didn't follow the road properly. Oh, just... Okay, that was harder to get across than it normally is for some reason. But we are across at least. Right, let's get this in and see if it's enough. I'm so hoping it is. Just because then he just saves another load, really. Yep. Take the last thing then, please. Thank you. It's actually got an extra one. We'll take all 5, because then that's at least another one in storage as well. Nothing wrong with having an extra one in storage. You never know when we're going to need it. Right, we need to take out, as I say, all 5. We don't need the other crane to load these. We'll load them ourselves. I'm not too fussed at how they go in as long as they're in either, to be fair. Once we strap them down, it'll be fine. One vehicle we've not used on this map, and I'm trying my best never to use it ever again, is the Wayfarer. We've not used that at all on this map. Doing. You know what I'm trying to do? I didn't want to do that though. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, we could have. Yeah, that's true. We could have overused the route, because that is the way we normally come in, isn't it? That's a good shout, actually. We may have overused the route. So now it's just, yeah, that's a good shout. I forget that actually the routes do degrade, that's the thing. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, it's a little bit too far. The back there. What am I doing? I'm messing this up. This should have been nice and quick and easy. Right. There we go. Last one. Oh, that was too far out as well. That's better. Job done. All 5 are loaded. But I think you're right. I think we've used that route too much, maybe. Which means we need to think about a different route in and out. Okay. So I need to stop moving the map around so much. I know you can swing it around so much, but then I lose my bearings. Right, we're heading over there. Map should be facing this way, essentially. Yeah, we think we've overused that route there, which is why we're struggling to get across as easy as we used to. There used to be a route straight through here, and now it doesn't seem to exist as easily. All we need to do is get to this road over here. We could go around the long way, to be fair. Past the substation that way. It's probably a better choice. There's no point us struggling in the mud when we can just go a different route, take a couple of minutes longer. But yeah, I think you're right. I think we've overused the route to the point we've churned it up too much. It makes the most sense, doesn't it? For suddenly it's such a hard route to use. Thank you for the like, video, much appreciated. It never used to be an issue with that route at all. So it does make the most sense. So we'll go this way instead. It's only going to add a couple of minutes onto the journey, to be fair. But this will open up the other base then, plus we'll get the pipe to the concrete factory. And taking the mule over there, we gain that ability to have a crane to move some other bits out of the way. And that'll be the concrete factory up and running as well then. Well, it won't be actually, it needs power. Ooh, okay. If I missed on my route. Oh, I need to go further around, that's why I'm not meant to go through. Yeah, we're going to have to get power there as well by the looks of things. That's something we need to sort out. It hasn't given us a mission for it yet, but it will do, I'm sure. Because without power, it's not going to work. But yeah, got to remember, routes do degrade. Hence why, over time, some of our vehicles will stop being able to make it to destinations. To think is what's happened to the one that's failed, but because we've got all the rewards, it's not that big a deal. We can kind of ignore it and clear. We can clear the route, to be fair, so it's not showing up. Okay, that's missing a bridge. Oh, I forgot that's missing a bridge. We can't get around this way, can we? I completely forgot that I was missing a bridge. There's me thinking, oh, it'd be nice and easy to get across. No. I forgot there's a bridge missing there. That's annoying. Okay. Where's my chart messaging me? I'm now down. I'm just going to check something, mainly because I've just had my medical chart come up saying, please fill in your self-assessment stuff before your appointment. I don't think I've got an appointment. Not yet, anyway. No, not till the 26th. Okay, yeah, a bridge there would be ideal, to be fair. I think we're going to go back on ourselves, don't we? Try and maybe go across here. That's annoying. Just completely forgot. Didn't even look at the map and see. I just thought, we're going to go round. We do have the ability to build a wooden bridge there, to be fair. We'd have to get the vehicles over here to do it. Or we just need one, the cutter. Should be fine to do on its own. As was advised yesterday. There's an easy way of using it. Right. Can we... I think it was skirt round. There is some land here we can try and use. Maybe making this harder than it needs to be. We probably would have been better off just following a normal route, to be fair. Even though we might get a little bit stuck and we'd have to get through it. We may have been better off using a normal route by the end of this. There's a big old tree down there, isn't it? And that one. Okay, over there. We can indeed. Yeah, we're going to end up going back on our normal route, aren't we? So we should just use in the first place. Yeah. Our normal route's ahead. Saved ourselves so much time just gone the usual way. Which is just through here, basically. I do think you're right, Crazy Iceman. I think we are overusing this route, and that's why it's getting churned up and getting trickier to use. Got to go through it. That would have been a lot quicker just to do that in the first place, admittedly. It does help the mule is a pack horse and we'll just keep going. Makes sense with the name as well, to be fair. Right, let's get going. Wasted a little bit of time there trying to be clever and it not really working. But we know for next time. Don't try and be clever. Okay. Up the hill and then we are there. I want to get a car machine so we can go around and collect all the scrap cars. That'd be handy. Okay. Same one as the other vehicles parked to put stuff in. And that will leave us an extra steel beam as well, to be fair. Okay, we can go to the map and that will complete this mission as well. Open that. So we can transfer resources, 3 concrete slabs and 4 steel beams. And that is the roadside base unlocked. Prime location, this is well worth the trouble.
Another base up and running.
And we now know how to do bases. Something we didn't know until just now was how to activate bases like that. We now know, which is always good. So, that base over there, roto base is here. It doesn't actually make getting across to here any easier, does it really? Oh, there is a road there. There's a lot of water there, though, annoyingly. I'm just trying to... That will come down here. Is it closer? I suppose it is closer than where we are now, but we're already here. It makes sense if I just go from here. So it is closer, but I'm already here with the mule. We might as well do what we're going to do from here. So from storage, we need to take out one steel pipe. We need to load that up on the mule, and then we're going to head to the concrete factory plant. And then that will be that mission going, well, hopefully done pretty quickly, to be fair. So it's just going to be how easy it is to move them. I think it's broken down cars with the mule. How easy that's going to be is going to be the question, I think. Right, we're good to go. And now we've got the bridge, the wooden bridge going across. That'll make life so much easier. Scary thing with my child, popped out of the blue. Yeah, exactly. I know I had an appointment come through for like a couple of weeks' time yesterday. I didn't know it suddenly go, you need to do your pre-checks now. I know. I'm glad it's there because it is helpful, but and I know they're trying to utilise it more now, aren't they, in the UK? So they send out less mail that way. They're going to actually do it via my chart more, which is really good, and I really agree with it. But yeah, rather it didn't just do what it just did. I'm like, did I miss an appointment? Did I not know about something happening? But yeah, House Flip is pretty good. I know it's on the PlayStation, and there's a second one as well, to be fair. I do like them kind of games. It's time though. I'd love to do a House Flipper series, and I would like to say Stu the Gamer did one, House Flipper 2 as well. But then I would love to do a construction simulator series. But again, I need to get episodic content up and running. But yesterday, fell asleep while eating lunch. This is how bad the narcolepsy's got. It's finished streaming, started having lunch, and fell asleep while eating. And then I ended up taking food all over myself. Wake up an hour or two later, not really knowing what's going on, being really groggy and horrible. And then spend the rest of the afternoon falling asleep again. And not being able to stop it. And I've got my little boy there moaning at me and trying to keep me awake. You know, it's just annoying. Anyway, enough of that. We need to go via this road, so we need to head right here and then up that new road we built yesterday when we had the nightmare with the roller. We learned a lesson yesterday: roller and mud do not mix. So we will not be making the roller travel big distances again, because that was a nightmare. We lost a lot of time with that yesterday. Okay, onto the concrete part. You only haven't due for point September. Oh, really? Thing is, the questions they ask, they may as well wait till closer to the time, because surely closer to the time is going to be more accurate what you tell them. That's the thing. If I fill it in too early, the answers won't be as accurate, will they? You know, medication stuff could change by then. Okay, let's have a look where we're going from here. So, I'm just going to drive next to construction depot, mainly because it's got, I know what it is and I know what we can do there, but it doesn't look like it's really activated because there's no yellow markers outside it. Normally there is to say you can buy and sell here. I definitely don't want to sell a pipe. There we go, look.
This supply depot could be a huge help for the restoration effort. The power control panel is on the fritz, though. I'm thinking you could bring one from the old gas station. Nobody's gonna miss it for a while, right?
So anything, so okay, we didn't know this. We're on the fourth map, and we're still learning new things. So anything with a red dot, you need to go near it to activate a mission to unlock it. So river base over here, we'll have to go close to that to unlock it. Concrete slabs, we know this needs certain things doing, hence the mission. That's got a red dot too. What else is, anything else red dot? I think that's everything. The western, this one here needs power. You can tell what that needs, to be fair. I think that's the next. I don't think that's going to be a mission. That might be a mission. But if we don't go near these things, you don't get the missions. So what do we need to do here? To recover the construction depot, we need to deliver an object from there to there. It's a fairly simple mission, to be fair. And if I didn't have, do you know what? I don't know how big it's going to be. It's going to be too big, isn't it? It's a control panel. I would do it now, but because I've already got a pipe on the back of... Do you know what? Let's do it now. We're already here. What I'll do... I don't want to sell my pipe, because we need the pipe. But I think let's quickly do this as we're nearby. Oh, it's definitely helpful. I had no clue that was a thing. What I'm going to do is put this down on the side down here. We're going to quickly go and get this done because we're near it already. It just makes sense. Otherwise, we've got to drive all the way back. We're going to pick whatever this thing is up. But I might as well just go and do it now. Right. Let's activate the mission. Because we're only 5 minutes away from the item we need to pick up. And I guarantee I wouldn't be able to fit in with the pipe there, so we'll come back and get the pipe once we've done this. That's the thing with having the mule, because it's got the crane, it can do so many different things at once. I don't know whether to cancel them routes. Now we've got all the rewards for them routes. I don't know whether I should cancel them and keep them going. I know we don't get anything for it. I suppose it makes the map look busier though, doesn't it? Leaving them running, because they're still running stuff to and from. You can see stuff in the back. So what if it doesn't keep them looking busier? Okay, we're picking up. What are we picking up? Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have got that in with the... I might have got it in with the pipe, to be fair. I may have got it in with the pipe. Because it's long, isn't it? Lots of concrete there that can be collected for the concrete factory. Might be too close to it, to be fair. That'll be right. Change camera. I need to go across a bit. I am probably far too close to it when I picked it up, to be fair, so it made this a little bit more tricky. There we go. Camera. Low. Strap cargo. I said that's already picked up. We'll go and drop this off, and then we will grab our pipe again and carry on. I wonder if some of this is some of the infrastructure. Do you know the infrastructure request that I saw, and some of it's saying 0, 2, 3, whatever, and they're not needed for 100%. I wonder if it's extra bits like this, opening up the extra bases and stuff. Because I bet you there's stuff on the other maps. Over 100% of them, but there's still red circles that we need to activate, and that would be why we haven't done them all. Yeah, it's an interesting thought, isn't it? I'm guessing we're going to need to put this in place, yeah, just over there. And then we'll grab our pipe and crack on to the concrete factory. That's another job done. This is all adding up to XP and money as well, to be fair. So, all these little extra things. I'm hoping it goes towards side missions too. Because we know we had 7 of those still to do. So I am kind of hoping it goes towards them as well. I would like to get it nearly in position myself, really. There we go. Trophy achieved, open for business. This place is a construction depot.
Great work. Now we have our very own supply depot.
You can purchase and sell resources. You can also sell rubble. That is highlighted in yellow. So I said about this before on the previous map, Sunturn. There was one of these at the port. That opened once you get the port up and running, and any tyres, essentially it's a yellow. So they're basically rubber, I think. Everything rubber-wise can be sold here for money. But you can also sell other resources. You can also buy things here. So if we needed concrete slabs, get rid of that. If we needed logs, steel beams, admittedly, all these things we could do ourselves, but if you don't want to go and do all these jobs to get these things, then if you wanted to buy them, you can buy them. I'm guessing that trophy is for... change camera. Is getting that up and running. But I don't know for sure. I'll have to check that in a second. Let me just check the trophy. But that's the first time we've done that to one of those, because the port did it automatically for us. Let's have a look. Yeah, open for business. Restore the construction depot on Incommunicado. So it's specifically this map that needed doing for a trophy. Patrick, good morning. How are you? Don't really need to change camera for this one. It should be a quick in and up and in. Job done. Okay, maybe not. That'll do. That will do. That's it. Cargo strapped. Right. Let's just double check our route. So we're going up here to the sort, and then across our new bridge, and we're there. Happy days. But yeah, so now we know all red circles need activating. So there's another base on the map we haven't been to yet. So at some point we need to send a scout vehicle that way. I don't know if you can just... obviously if you finish the map without doing them all, I'm thinking they're infrastructure. Rather than main or side mission. I don't really know. I'm guessing at that really. Just Bomber Blaster, good morning, how are you? How are you, Pat? I think I said good morning, Patrick. How are you today? There we go, and the first ever wooden bridge that we built this morning, first thing. Nice and easy. Right, we've got 3 things we need to do here. Two will be done by the mule, and 1 will be done by a big crane. We'll do the mule ones first. Is my thinking. So the mule needs to change a pipe and get some stuff out of the way. If I can get to where I need to get to. It's the other side there. I've gone past it. Oh, actually, it's actually down there. Oh, wow, okay. We need to properly go round then, don't we? Thank you for the likes, much appreciated over the was. Yeah, no worries. I can't. Sometimes I forget that I've said anything, and then I worry that I haven't. Okay, round this way. There should be a pipe, and there'll be a couple of things as well blocking, because that's what we need to clear out. There's cars that have fallen off the stands that we just saw. That's what's blocking. So we've got to move these 3 cars out the way as well. So we'll deal with those in due course. We might be better off towing them, to be fair. And we've got a towing vehicle nearby. So they might be better off towing those, to be fair. Unstrap. Yeah, I think towing them out the way. Although, I don't know if we can tow them. Because they're not running, are they, essentially? There we go, pipe is done. Yeah, I don't actually know if we can. Tow them, thinking about it. All they need to do though is we need to get them out from where they are. I'm assuming I can just pull them with the crane, to be fair. But yeah, this area just needs clearing essentially. We have tried putting things in the crane before, and it's not always gone to plan, admittedly. Okay, let's see if we can move this one. Oh yeah, nice and easy. That worked absolutely fine. I was really worried that might not work. You're getting to do more. You're getting to do more. Oh, absolutely. I think that also then gives you more replayability, because obviously these things that we can go back and do on the other maps now that we now know can be done, whereas before we didn't know about them. So I think in some regard, some of the maps we need to head back to at some point, because there will be extra things we didn't know about. Okay. Last one we pulled just from the bumper I don't think this one's going to be the same. Oh, they move. Oh, no, that's fine. I'd say it's only got to come out of that area there. Rolling it doesn't matter as long as it's out of that area. Right, one to go, and then we've got to jump in the big crane to clear that area as well. Best place to drag this to is the question. Oh, too fast. It's on its roof now, so it's a little bit harder to drag, but we'll get there. Obviously, if we can put these on a truck or something to get rid of them and use them for scrap, that would be ideal. That area is now clear. The mule's work is done. Now we jump in the big crane and we've got to clear this area of stuff. And then we'll get this nearly up and running. We're still going to need power. There's the rail we can move on. Okay, where's the best place to stack these out the way, I wonder? I don't want to affect us driving through or anything, that's the other thing. Go that way. As far as it's going to go. Although it's out of the way. Another one over here. That's as far right as that can go. Okay, we're not going to be able to use the crane for all of these then, because I can't pick some of them up, I don't think. Let's go down and see if we'll do it. Or maybe I need to move the crane further that way. There, oh, there we go. Because the crane needed moving itself. It's not high enough. I was going to try and put it on top of the other one, but actually, let's put it there. I don't think it's in anyone's way. Okay, that's that one done. I don't think anything on that right is that. I think it's these ones over here now. Yeah, we could put them on top of the other containers, to be fair, couldn't we? I was just trying to... As long as they're not in the way for us doing anything else, so it's not a problem. I don't think it matters too much where they are, as long as they're not in our way. There we go. I think it's just these last two yellow ones to do and that's it. But I think they can go on top of these other containers that are here, can't they? There we go. I think there's one left, and I think that's it. And then we'll find out what's next for the main missions. That way. Or over here to use. There we go. Objective complete. That is that job done.
I suppose it's about time we got that power supply going. Installing the power cable should be pretty straightforward now that you've cleared out the trees. But there's one catch. Since it's concrete we're talking here, we can't have the mixer stop once the process has started. This means that we need not only a new power cable, but a backup power source too, in case something goes haywire.
Okay, backup as well.
At the transformer station. So, you can fetch it when you're done installing the power cable, or the other way around. Create your own destiny.
Okay. So we knew it needed power here. We knew that was coming. So we need to deliver an object. What is the object? A transformer. And then we need to put power to there without going across the road. Basically, when we did trees from here, we've got to go from there up here. Because we'll go underneath the bridge. So fairly straightforward, I think, with that, to be fair. But we need to go and pick up this transformer as well from over here. We're already in the mule. We might as well just use the mule to go there, to be fair. But we can... Roadside base, can we get down from there? Yes. So we can get closer by using the roadside base for the first time. You love her little words of wisdom. She's good like that, isn't she? So yeah, roadside base, recall the mule. We head down here, pick up the transformer. Drive it. I'm probably not going to risk going across this lot. I don't think it's worth the risk. We may as well head back up. And go round. There's no point risking it. Deliver that, and then once it's delivered, we'll recall the machine that lays the electricity wire, or may upgrade it. Actually, we might upgrade it to the newer one, and then get that cable going. I think is a good shout. I think that's a good plan of attack. So let's recall the mule first and foremost, as that's the one in the crane. But yeah, we might upgrade the cable layer, to be fair. So if we come out of here and turn right, follow the road down until we get a left-hand turn. And that will take us to where we're going. Where's the exit? That way. We've only just opened up this space as well, so it's quite handy we did that, to be fair. I did see the cable there. I did see that there. I thought I was going to avoid it. So follow this down until we get to a mud track on our left. The thing is, the map makes it look like it's simple, but doesn't mean it is. This mud track may be really, really bad. Let's have a look. Not too bad, to be fair. We know how good the mule is at just make sure it keeps on going, plodding along. Transformer, I think, is over here. I've not tracked the mission. That would help, wouldn't it? Yeah. Track the mission now. Make life a bit easier so we can see where we're going. Wow. Okay. I'm hoping that will fit in the back, to be fair. It's quite big, that. It'll just about fit, I think. If I can get it straight. I want to get on here a bit straighter, really. And closer to it. There we go. Forward. Stop. Right, this should just about fit, I reckon. There we go. It might be close. Catch on the crane, that's the problem. Okay. Turn it around that way, will that not catch it? It's still catching the crane. This is going to be awkward, I think. I don't think it fits. I reckon that'll be on top and that'll make it very top heavy. Trying to get the crane out the way when I pick it up because that's causing me an issue. Let's try that. Still going to be in the way. Yeah, I don't think it actually fits. I think it'll just be on top. Which means we have to take it very easy. That's as far out as I can go. Yeah, it catches the crane every time. I'm trying to get it so it doesn't catch the crane, but come on. Don't think I've got an option here, it's just going to catch the crane, so it's not going to go on perfectly. Oh, hang on. Got it just to go under the crane there. Again. I'm also hoping I can actually fold the crane come the end of this because there's a chance you might not be able to fold the crane. Right, that's as best I think we're going to get on it. It will strap, it's just going to be a nightmare on us. That's very top heavy. We're going to take this very carefully, I think. Hence using normal roads. Where possible. I need to turn. Whoa, look at how it sinks in. This would have been a better job for the Wayfarer, I think, wouldn't it? Or a bigger transport vehicle, probably. I wonder if we're better off. Although we still need a crane to take it off again. Our big transport vehicle, maybe swapping to that. I don't know. The mule might make it. I'm just concerned about tipping over. And hills. Definitely overloaded, aren't we? There's no doubt about that. I'm actually making up the hill. I didn't really want to risk going through all the trees and stuff. I know we took a load down where we're laying the cables, but I didn't want to risk going that way. I don't know, it's not too bad. I definitely feel the weight. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's that sudden movement when we need to turn. And turning slowly is, in this isn't the easiest thing because it's very reactive when you turn. Just coasting down the hill. I don't want to go too fast. Okay. I'm trying to think which way we're going actually, to be fair. Let's actually have a look at the map, shall we? So we need to come out of here and follow that up, don't we? Yeah. So we need to come out of here, take a right now, round here, up the new road, that way. This is either going to make it in one go, or we're going to have a nightmare and have to get another crane to come and help. And not crash like that would be helpful. But yeah, this is either going to work and be brilliant, or it's going to be a nightmare and we're going to need assistance. Hopefully, we do it in one. And then it is just cable laying. Which shouldn't be too bad. As we've already cleared a load of trees out the way anyway. That was our first logging mission yesterday. Whoa! So wants to fall over, but for some reason we're managing to keep it upright. I don't know how. Just shows how good the mule actually is, doesn't it? But yeah, a heavy duty transport would have probably been better. But there we go, we live and learn. Where are we going from here? I don't want to go that way, we're going left. The only problem with the heavy duty transport obviously there's no crane attached, so we've got to send two vehicles to do it, which is where the mule works because it's one vehicle. That's why it's so much easier to send it on its own sometimes. Okay. Over a wooden bridge that we built first thing today. I will say it's extremely hot in the UK this morning. There's our new bridge. Don't fall over now. It's almost here. Okay, I'm not entirely sure where we're delivering this to. No! Caught the inside barrier there. Yeah, if there's a larger version of the mule, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? That's the thing. Right, let's just have a quick look on the map. Are we just, is it a straight route? It is just a straight route. I was worried because you can't really tell on the map, but this bit here is lower than this bit. So I didn't want to get caught out again. We don't want to go straight ahead. I'm going to go to our right here, because there's a big hole there. They were digging out at some point. I didn't finish. Empty boxes and stuff. Okay. Maybe we did make the right. Maybe we did make the right decision using the mule. I know I keep crashing occasionally. It's just so reactive to the steering inputs. But yeah, I think we actually made a really good decision there. Okay, I don't know if there's an old one to take away or move first. No, there isn't. This is just going straight in. That's even better, to be fair. There's not an old one to take away. That helps. Okay. Anchors away. Unstrap. We made it. Okay. All we're going to do is get it round and down. Come on. Still struggle with this crane sometimes. I think I've got it in the right way and then I just struggle to do what I need to do with it. Come on. Getting stuck on the vehicle. There we go. I want it to at least be just about there ourselves before we press it on the green, to be fair. Like that. Job done. Definitely worth its weight in gold, the mule, isn't it? So next thing we need to do is electricity. Nice and simple, or will be in a second. We're going to go from the roadside base we just started at. Let's see how much it is to get the upgraded version of our cable layer. If we've got enough money, we'll get it now. Where is it? Cable layer there. It's 29,000 for the upgraded version. What? Okay, bear with me a second. My PlayStation's telling me it's too hot. I've never had an issue with PlayStation being hot before. I'm hot in the living room, to be fair. It's boiling hot today. It feels stone cold. I'm just going to move it so it's the fans. Yeah, the PlayStation itself feels cold. It's telling me it's too hot. I don't know if this will end the stream, so bear with me a second. No, it's okay, it's fine. I've never had that before. PlayStation coming up saying it's too hot, but yet it's cold to the touch. I've just moved it away from where it is. It was going to clean the other week. Okay, interesting. Hopefully the stream won't just cut out. It doesn't seem too hot. It seems fine. Okay, cable layer 29,000. We've got enough money, so let's do the upgraded version of this beast. Part machine. I like the front of it. The front of it looks like the mule, to be fair. We've just put loads of other stuff on it. So that is upgraded cable layer brought. We've got to find it in the shop now. There. So the first cable layer is 3 stability, 1 mobility, 2 capability, weight 5. It is heavy. 4 stability, 2 mobility, 3 capability. So it is upgraded by 1. And there it is. It's been standing up from the day we got it. I've just moved it away. It's slightly near a wall behind it, so maybe the fan has bounced off the wall, but I've never had that. And I clean it out regularly as well. So that is definitely a first. But it seems fine. I've never had that error on screen. I'll clean it out again this afternoon. Okay, so we're going to go down to where the transformer is, and then we'll start laying the cable from there. This thing will get through most terrains with no problem, and then we'll see what's next after that. Because that'll be the concrete factory up and running. There can't be much more we need to do here, to be fair. It doesn't feel like there's much more to do, but I could be wrong. Well, they're saying that on the mission screen, we're only on the first line of the two, so not sure. But yeah, it's been standing up since I know there's a rumour about them breaking down with the thermal paste leaking out when it's standing up, but I've had it from the start. Standing up and never had an issue. Okay, this is the transformer station. This is where we want to be. Infrastructure, power. So we kind of want to be just near our wood vehicle over there, the wood cutter. Because obviously we don't want to be near a road. Well, in fact, actually, maybe there. As long as we're away from a road, that's the main thing. Because we will destroy the road completely. But then we used this to get the trees down and make this possible, didn't we? Although I'm surprised we didn't stump grind, to be fair. You would have thought we would have been stump grinding as well to make this laying the cable easier, to be fair. Right, we're in the right place, so all we need to do is head across this wooden area, avoid the trees, under the bridge, and get to roughly there. Sounds fairly simple. Let's start laying some cable. As I say, I'm surprised they didn't want us to get rid of the stumps first, because straight away we're stuck on a stump. Is it a stump? What are we stuck on? Okay, that's unusual. I've never not been able to move before. I'm not too sure what we're stuck on. Oh, I'm off the floor, that's what it is. For some reason there. Oh, it's a stump. There we go. I did say about a stump grinder, didn't I? Couldn't see the stump underneath the front of the vehicle. Try that again, shall we? That's why I'm surprised they didn't want us to stump grind. Nothing blocking any sides. Yeah, no, exactly. I've got nothing blocking the sides. So it was a little close to the wall, but nothing major. So there we go. It seems fine. I'm hot though. It is a warm day. That's the thing. Although we've had warmer, and it's never been an issue. We just need to keep checking on our location in relation to where we are and everything else. So, I've kind of gone a bit wayward here. I wanted to go this side. So we have gone a little bit wayward here. So if we can actually go around the pond. Should have been aiming more left, essentially. Caught on the tree. Okay. It was caught on the tree. The tree is no more. I say this is on track, so this thing will keep pushing through anything. As long as it's not too deep, it will keep going and going. It shouldn't get stuck. We'll get out of the water in a second anyway. We know electricity cables and water don't generally work well together, although we have done that before. There's the bridge we're heading for. We are in the water more than I was expecting to be, but actually it's not too bad. done. And then we just need to be heading relatively straight, to be fair, and we'll be there. And that'll be the concrete factory back up and running again. We'll be careful, we might slide down this hill if we're not careful, if it gets too high a gradient. Try and go at an angle. We should be pretty close to that outline that we need to be close to. There we go, we've done it. Machines whirring, mixers churning. This isn't just about concrete, it's about rebuilding possibilities. One foundation after another. Then we got 27, wow.
Not bad at all. The concrete plant's power woes are fine. It's ready for its grand reopening, courtesy of your efforts. Well, maybe not so grand. But still, the only thing left to do is start delivering the concrete slabs. Plot a route from the concrete plant to the warehouse nearby.
There we go. So our next port of call is to plot a route from the concrete slab facility to relaunch the concrete production. So the whole Ethernet operation relies on the availability of basic resources. Now it's time to provide a continuous concrete supply. Plan a route for deliveries and we'll watch the place spring back to life, gears grinding and wheels turning. What does it sound like I can now build a concrete bridge as well now because we've got the ability to. Right, so where are we tracking this from and to is the question. Oh, is that only to there? Oh, even better. Where's the start route? Start plotting. I've just seen where this is going. This is even easier then. I may need to move my vehicle out of the way, admittedly. So, out the gate, round here, ignore the hole that's there. And then there's another hole there as well. Through here. Trying to see where I'm going there. Over here. Obviously, they don't like too sharp corners, do they? So we'll be a little bit careful of that. But this should be no problems. Dispatch vehicles. I'm just going to quickly try and jump in our vehicle because I think it might be in the way. Take off the handbrake does help. There we go. We might as well watch this as it's the only mission we've got on at the minute is this. So let's see. Hopefully this makes it first time. Thank you for the like, Wills. Much appreciated. E-Player, good morning. How are you? Yeah, I don't know how hot it's meant to get here. To be fair, if you're 27 where you are, it should be roughly the same, I think. But it is already very hot. Currently 22, getting up to around 29. I'm not too bad actually, I'm having a decent day today so far. Rough night, but every time I have a rough night I don't have a too bad a day. It's just the afternoon that's the problem when I fall asleep. But other than that, we're all good. But good to hear you're good, that's the main thing you play. Oh, we're a bit caught up there. Okay, that corner isn't brilliant. That's my doing. Okay, I need to readjust that corner then, because they're all about to get stuck. I'll cancel the route. We need to sort this corner out. They'll restart nearby, so it's not too big a deal. But yeah, we need to kind of get this better. So if we move that further this way, their turning circle is really poor. So we need to allow for that. I'm going to put another one in here. I was going to say it's too much of an angle, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to say it's too tight an angle. Is that too tight an angle? Move this one away from that barrier as well. It doesn't like that angle at all, does it? That it will. I'm hoping that's okay. Otherwise, I don't really want to come around the crane way, but we'll see. Let's see if this works. There's always, it's never straightforward, is it? There's always an issue. No, once again, getting caught on the barriers. It just can't, they can't turn that corner. Okay, I wonder if we do need to send them through here then. They just can't turn that corner, can they? So, if that's the case, we need to send them through this way. Delete point. I didn't think it'd be that much of a problem, to be fair, but obviously it is. Let's bring this one back over here. Again, I don't know how easy they're going to make this turn. It's going to be this is the problem here, I think. But we shall see. Let's try again. Just when you think you're laughing, it's just about done. There's always something that throws a spanner in the works. Actually, not bad. And in it goes. Happy days. I'm assuming everything else is going in okay. Yep. Objective complete.
Well done. Now we have a steady supply of concrete. No need to cut the ribbon. Though, if you find one, you're welcome to do so. Now that you've restarted the relay, its transmitters have enough power to let us talk anywhere. But we've got to restore the whole system to provide reliable coverage for everyone. Our workers need equipment, and I know just where to get it. When the hurricane hit the eastern quarry, they evacuated, leaving behind a whole bunch of climbing equipment. I know you're just itching to check it out, so I won't stop you. And if the equipment's still there, take it to the workshop.
I wasn't expecting that to be, actually.
We have the tower frame ready at the steel mill, but guess what? Yep. We'll need a road to transport it from the steel beams facility to
okay,
the
so there's a couple of
workshop.
missions to do here.
While you're at it, set her out to deliver the radio electronics there as well.
Yeah, sounds like there's a couple of missions by the looks of things. Let's have a look. So we've got set a route to deliver radio electronics to the workshop. Where's that from and to? From the relay to... Where's the workshop? Oh, to that workshop there. Okay. It did say that we want us to build a road, doesn't it? Because that seems fairly simple. Round here and there. But it did say it wants us to build a road. So we better check that out first. Climbing equipment to the workshop. So we've got to pick up climbing equipment from right down there, the southern radio tower. There's the road it wants us to build. It wants us to build a road where all that water is that we've been using, by the looks of things. But that's easy enough to pick up. Figure a way to transport the tower frame to the workshop. So build a road. Yes, he wants us to build a road across all that water there that we've been cutting across ourselves. Interesting, okay. I think first and foremost, we can set a route for the other stuff straight away. I don't see that being an issue, that first mission. Obviously, we haven't been there, so it may not be as simple as it sounds. But to me, unless there's anything major in the way, which it doesn't look like, it is a straight route up. So we'll set that up and running and see how that goes. Obviously, that could go badly wrong. So we're starting there. Come out onto here. This is sand, by the looks of things. So it shouldn't be too bad. And then, obviously, it's going up here. Is that a big tree down there? I think it is. So we'll try and skirt around that. They will generally cause the problems because they will get stuck on them. Another big tree there. Okay, there could be a few issues here. Mainly because I think it's going to get stuck on the trees. Try and get around that one. So we may have to come back and just adjust some lines. But I think all in all, that should be absolutely fine. I think for us, our priority should be the road, I think. As that will help us get the climbing equipment as well to the workshop at the same time. If we open that one. So there to... We've got to reach location first according to that, okay. So road then. Let's build our road first and foremost. We need to get our vehicles which are over here. No, that's not them, is it? Where did we last... We built a road, didn't we, nearby? All the way over here. Okay, we may be better off then pulling them back to the Highland base and going from there. Our vehicles are off and running. Okay, they are getting stuck. Yeah, they're getting stuck there. Is it a tree down, or is it something they can drive through? Oh, they probably could drive straight there, to be fair. The tree that's down doesn't look that bad. They probably could drive straight through that. I don't think they maybe not need to do what I just did that there. Because they're now stuck. That looked worse than what it is. One made it. I think that they're all going to make it, to be fair. So I think they're both going to make it up. We'll wait till they're finished. Let them make it to where they're going. And then I want to pause the route and just fix that. Because they don't need to do what we just did. By the looks of things. Yeah, that route's there. I want to change one bit of it. But I think that request will be done. And because there's still be more rewards to come from that. There we go, that's done. Let the other vehicle go in. Although we could just leave it until it cancels. Might just leave it till it cancels. Let's focus on what we're doing. Right, build a road. So I think we need to pull all our vehicles back to here, Highland Base. Because otherwise we're going to drive quite a long way. Because all our vehicles are building roads all the way over there. And it's quite an easy run down here to start that off. And we'll get the sand going while we get everything else there, I think. So back to the garage. We will call back our large sand carrying vehicle that I can't think the name of. A large dumper truck. And then deploy. So we'll drive this there and then leave this doing sand whilst we get the digger here. But this should be fairly simple, this road, I think. And then it's a big frame. I don't know how big this frame is going to be, but that could be potentially a problem. It's really, really big. We'll have to figure out how to maneuver it. Maybe the big carrier may be the better thing here. And then on top of that, we've got the climbing equipment as well. I wasn't expecting to build a road across water though. We've been using this route, and it's getting worse and worse because of the amount of times we've gone through the mud and water there. So actually building a road will help us massively, because we nearly got stuck a minute ago doing the same thing. So the other route seems to be going nicely, they're not failing, so we're still getting some rewards from that as well, which is good. Right, our road start point is, you'd think we'd start it here.
You probably can't tell under all that water, but there used to be a driveway there. If you
It's
use
further
that
on.
as a foundation, a new road built over it might have a shot at surviving future floods.
Ah, okay. Start point is over here. So there was a foundation for a road there already. Okay, open road request. Select route. Vehicle's already on it. Perfect. So we now need to come out of that back to our Highland base. We'll recall our dozer. That one there. I feel like it is slightly cheating recalling things, but at the same time, they're miles away. It takes forever for driving. But that ability there, it doesn't cost us any fuel either because we're pulling them back to our base, to be fair. Just be careful with this thing as we drive around. Okay, vehicle failed. Let's just see why that failed. I think it's the, I probably can tell why, to be fair. Which one was it? That one. So that's all done, so we can ignore that one. This one still rewards remaining, yeah. So what we need to do, I don't think they've got that much issue going through that tree. It looks worse than what it is, them trees. They're not the big green trees I thought they were. So it should make it fine. But I think then we are nearly done with this map. I think we may get Incommunicado finished today, depending obviously what else there is after these current missions. But it could be job done. We shall see. I don't want to count my chickens just yet. I don't know what routes that van's going to, but it's going to be in our way, isn't it? It's driving really slowly. Oh, there we go. It's off. I'm also curious whether we can do two things at once here. Once the road, depending on this frame and what it looks like, I wonder if we could grab the climbing equipment at the same time. Potentially. Okay, looks like the sand is done. And the only thing we don't do ourselves is the sand, just because it takes forever. So we will do this ourselves. It's easier leaving the sand to be laid while we're grabbing this, to be fair. Sand flattening mode, we'll go up and down to 2 runs, just to be sure. I would like a wider road, to be fair. We'd have to lay the sand ourselves, essentially. We could make this wider. Thin roads are fine, it just, I always worry about coming off them and going into the water and stuff. Okay, let's run one, we'll do another second run just to be sure. Does look fairly smooth though. think that's fairly smooth, to be fair. Okay. That'll be job done. Park this up over here. Back to the Highland base, we need to now get the asphalt layer. Last time the roller caused us, we're falling off the side on the road. Yeah, there is that concern. Do we do a second run, make it wider? Is the question. The other issue is we had issues with the roller last time, didn't we? I'm hoping we don't have those issues again. Although the mud's not too bad, to be fair. It says we've got to carry a big frame, doesn't it? So potentially a thin road may be an issue. Although if you're straight, it shouldn't be too bad. It's one of those. If your driving is awful like mine is, you could have issues. We have done a double bigger road before. I don't know. We could easily do it. I could do the sand manually. Make it wider. To be fair, that might not be a bad shout. Knowing my driving and how easy I fall off things, it might be better. Because it does make them quite thin, doesn't it? That's the thing. Oh, there's the van. I could hear it. I couldn't see where it was. There it is. It's another one we've already got all the resources for. Well, after this, we do need to plan an infrastructure route on the road as well. So I don't think we need to actually grab the frame. I think that's going to be an automatic route. I don't know. Should we make it bigger, wider? So we can run the. It shouldn't be that bad to do, but let's see if we can make it wider. All the equipment's there to do so. It's not as if it's going to take. We've got to go and get anything. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like you do with bridges, you get the thin scout ones, you get the wide ones, don't you, with bridges. You don't get that with roads. And as you say, I think. Because if we go that way and meet another vehicle on the road, you've got nowhere to go. So it would be nice to have the option of making the road a double road rather than a single track. Because if we're heading on the road we build and we meet an oncoming vehicle, we've got nowhere to go. That's the thing. So yeah, I think let's make it a double. Let's make it wider. As I say, there's nothing else we need to bring across. It's already here. So it'll be a case of doing it all. And laying sand isn't the simplest thing to do. So, I don't think. I'm just wondering if there's another way of doing it. Open that. Yeah, there's no other way of doing it. You actually have to do it yourself, don't you? Okay. So. For another one, I think we just need to go next to it. Straight as we can. Again. Too far away from it, aren't I think? May not be as easy as we first thought. We're getting bogged down, and it's moving us too far away. Yeah, look, I can't move. Oh, there we go. There's some movement again. Right, we close that. We full sand. It's not happy doing this route, I'll give you that, but should be able to flatten it. Only concern is there enough sand? To me, that doesn't look like there is. Can't refill that, okay. This might turn into a bit of a nightmare, to be fair. I don't know. Just have to see how this kind of levels out in a minute. If it levels out okay, then it'll be fine. Try to drive slowly and let it come out as we go. Okay, I don't know how well this is going to go. That was quite awkward putting the sand down, to be fair. We may need to go and do another load of sand, I'm not sure. We'll know more once we've done the dozer across it, to be fair. Let's see how that goes. A lot more awkward than I expected it to be fair. What I need to do is kind of smooth it out on its own and then kind of join the two, I think. Because there might be a bit of a hump in the join, I think. Yeah, we kind of went off track a little bit there. I think no matter what, it will definitely be wider than it was. Okay, what we want to do then is now drive half over the new one and half over the extra, I think. Like that, on that line. Follow that line kind of in the middle. And hopefully smooth it out that way. Can't remember, the one we did on a previous map where we'd made the double road ourselves, I think it was just we just did it. I don't think it was one of these ones we needed to do as a mission. I think we just did it as a normal road ourselves. Yeah, the sound is spread out quite a bit, to be fair. That seems very nicely done. Yeah, it's spread out a lot more than I expected it to. Can't quite see it. I think that's absolutely fine. I think that may be a good job. We'll know more now when we put this on. Obviously, mission-wise, it's only going to accept the left-hand side. But I think that actually has worked out okay. Just looking at it in general. But yeah, this will only accept the left-hand side. Why are you going at an angle? Turn. Doesn't like that start point. That's all there. I want this more to the left, but I just can't get the turn. Come on. What's going on with this thing? It's not happy about something. I'm not happy, something there. Put it on low gear. It slows it down. Maybe that will help. It's a bit slower that way. It may have just been I was going too fast and didn't like it. I don't know. I'm not happy though. Too far up on the side. I want to go on the left as well, really. These things aren't easy to keep in a straight line at times. It does have a mind of its own quite a lot of time. I thought the upgraded version may be better, but still the same. A slight bump and it knocks it out of the straight line you're trying to do. It's still completing what it says, but yeah, definitely. I think it was the right choice to make this wider. Because it will take us a little bit longer to finish off, but I think it was a good choice. Okay, let's turn around. We're going to go alongside it now. Hopefully, I want to be over the line a little bit as well, though. Make sure we're getting that join. I think having low range on does make a big difference with this, to be fair. Obviously it restricts your speed. Low range, low gear is called something different. I'm not sure if it has the same effect as low range has on vehicles, but it definitely makes a difference, I think, when it comes to actually laying the tarmac, the asphalt. Slowing it down just seems to make a big difference. I did miss a bit back there. Turn. I'll go straight. Yes, there's a little bit missing there that I can't seem to get. It's gone too far to the left now. It definitely has a mind of its own sometimes, this thing. Just doesn't like doing certain things. Come on, I am fully throttled down as well at this point, and it doesn't want to do anything. That's better. Just trying to keep. Oh no, it's done it again. It's done it again. See, I'm not turning that. It's turning of its own accord. I think it is. The sand is a little bit high on this left-hand side. I think is the issue. He doesn't like it because it's bouncing. If we go a little bit more to the right, it might be okay. But yeah, I think I should have flattened it a little bit more on this left-hand side. You can see the difference. It's still going to be a lot wider than it was, at least. It'll just get thin in one section. Okay, nearly done with the asphalt, and then we get the roll down here, and that will be job done. What I'll do is I'll roll probably this side first, and then do the actual mission bit second, because I don't want the mission finishing immediately. That's the thing. I don't think it'll affect it. You can still roll after mission. I'd rather just do it that way, just for a bit of ease. There we go. Yeah, I think low gear makes a difference with that. Definitely looks a lot wider, doesn't it, as well? We'll get a proper look in a second. So, back to the garage, we'll call in the roller, and then we'll drive that down there, and then it's job done. How much is a new roller, in fact? Let's have a look, see how much a new roller is. There, 18,000. Do you know what? We've got 23,000 in the bank. Let's buy a new roller as well, while we're here. I think that's not a bad shout. We are upgrading their vehicles slowly and surely then. Difference between the two is stability 1, mobility 1, capability 2, weight 2, capability 3, mobility 2. So it should be easier to drive, hopefully. We shall see. I suppose we should put low gear on as well when we're going over the asphalt, so it slows us down. To be fair. You don't want to go too quick over it. Otherwise you're not rolling it properly, are you? I'd say mobility should be better in this one, so we'll see how we go. Feels a lot more stable on the rough ground though, to be fair. I'm obviously not designed for driving on this stuff. I like the way the actual rollers change, it's picking up mud. And you can see on the rollers, that's quite cool. A little detail that you may not notice. I wonder if it washes off in the water. Yeah, getting the rollers dirty. Doesn't take long for our vehicles to get muddy, does it? They're definitely a lot more stable on the rough ground. It's not as twitchy as it used to be. So definitely improving there. Annoyingly, I am full throttle. And that's as fast as it's going to go, even downhill. I did mention that I might use the big vehicle we've got for transporting heavy goods to make this easier so we have to drive this anywhere, but actually this wasn't too far this time. And there's no real wet mud to get stuck in like last time. We had a nightmare yesterday with the roller trying to get out of where we got stuck. Right, through the puddle. Didn't wash the mud off the roller, unfortunately. I thought it might, but it didn't. Okay. There's our road. As I say, I'll do the right hand side first, the extension we've done, and then we'll come back and do the mission part afterwards. And that way the mission should finish and it should all be in one piece, and hopefully. And I do think low gear may be the right thing here. It's not what I wanted to do. Come on. I don't want to do it automatically, I want to do it myself. Ah, come on. I'll try and keep in a straight line as much as possible. There we go. Right, low gear on. I know it slows it down, but I think that's probably the right thing to do. It'll make it a little more stable as well. Yeah, I think low gear is the way to go with this, to be fair. Yes, it's really slow, but a lot more stable and less twitchy when you make certain tiny movements to straighten up. It's less twitchy. All these different things, we're still learning a lot of these things and what works with what machine. And there's still new machines to come yet that we've not even seen. There is still quite a lot of asphalt on our right hand side as well that we're not really going to have gone over. It may be worth coming backwards for that afterwards, maybe. Especially towards this end, there's a big load we've kind of not been over. I just like the steam that comes out of the asphalt as well. It's another little detail that, you know, a lot of games miss. Right, let's turn it round and go round down the top of it now, and that should be road complete. And we've got to plan this route and go and grab this climbing gear as well. Again, I think the mule might be the best thing for that, just because it's got a crane on the back more than anything else. Saves us sending two vehicles. Right, low gear's still on. So far so good. What are we doing for time? I've got another hour, over an hour and 20 minutes left still. Perfect. Yeah, I do think the grid goes slow. I agree with you completely. I think maybe that's why we've been doing it wrong. We've been going too quick, because it's definitely a lot smoother in terms of controlling it on the asphalt. It's not wiggling everywhere like it has done previously. So I think you're right. I think obviously if you watch them do it in real life, they do go slowly. You can't go fast because you'd never actually push anything down, would you? You need to be over it for a certain amount of time to actually smooth it out and push it down and compact it essentially. So it makes sense going slowly. But as I say, it's made it less reactive as well. That should be road complete. There we go. We'll build the road infrastructure as requested. Take low range off, low gear off now. That is job done. Our road is built. Although saying that, what is that line there? There's a big old line according to that. Let's go and have a quick look at this. Didn't join here very well, did it? Look at that. Okay. I can't leave it like that. I can't leave it like that. It annoys the hell out of me. knowing our job wasn't done properly. Okay. Would it fit it in? It will fill it in. There we go. The fact you can see it on the map, there's no way I can leave that. We're on low gear again to make sure we're slowed down. But yeah, I can't leave that. I don't know why it did that, to be fair. Didn't notice that when we were doing it first time round. I don't quite know why it wasn't doing that properly. It's like the middle of the vehicle just wasn't dropping asphalt down. Although now it's absolutely fine. Weird. But okay, we've solved it at least. We'll quickly have to roll this bit as well then. And then job done. Okay. That is all filled back in, as it should be. Let's chuck this over here for a minute. Yeah, not sure what happened there. It just didn't, for some reason, fill in that whole line. It is a line as well that you can see there. So we'll go back and roll that line. Seems weird they didn't do it. Yeah, it could be the fact it was one side of the mission and one wasn't. That's true. Because normally, even when you roll it, you'll see that it still leaves an edge that's unrolled. Even if you go over it, it will leave an edge unrolled. So maybe that's why it didn't like the join. Maybe you should have rolled the left-hand side first, and then they would have joined up properly. Because the mission bit would have been done first. So maybe my thing of doing the right hand side first was wrong and we should have done left hand side. But there we go, we live and learn. We'll try the next time we do this, we'll try doing it left on the mission side essentially first and see if that makes a difference. All these things we live and learn by, and Crazy Iceman then goes and copies it to make his life easier. Because he can see us make the mistakes first. Isn't that right, Crazy Iceman? See our mistakes, you don't make them. Maybe. There's nothing wrong with that though. Okay. That is job done at least. I will be in a second. Then we'll have a look at this route to plot and then we're going to go and get this climbing equipment. There we go. I think personally a job well done. That looks better. Look at that as a road. That looks really good. Okay, we're going to figure out a way to transport the tower frame to the workshop. We've managed to build a solid tower frame inside the steel mill. Now it's time to bring it to the workshop for some fine tuning. Plan the road, figure out a direct route from the steel beams facility. The tower frame needs to reach its destination safely. So we're plotting a route from here to the workshop over here. In fact, that seems really easy. Again, it seems a fairly straightforward route, in theory. Especially with our road now there, it should be. So we come out of here, down here, onto our nice laid road. I might need to move that dumper out the way, to be fair. Because we know the turning circle of these vehicles isn't fantastic. Follow this road all the way down. And then we want to take... Let's have a look at this. Where's the end point there? There's two ways up here. We can go up this hill here or along there. Knowing our turning circle and how bad it is, I think we go this way. Through here. Hang on, delete last point. Looks like there's something is there that's going to block us if we're not careful. Okay. I think that's good to go. Only thing here is quickly move this out the way. Because I think that will be in the way of them coming down. Let's just double check everything's okay. So they're carrying this tower frame. Look at that frame. I think we were spectating for a second. I know we've got another job to do, but let's just make sure this route is good enough for them. It's all well and good plotting it, but because we haven't driven it ourselves, there's always a chance we've missed something. I wouldn't be surprised if we need to move that frame again yet. But nice, the road has worked out well. So far so good. I've said it before, I know I have, but the AI drivers on this are the best I've seen in any game yet. You know, they always try their best to make sure they get the route you plan them. Now the map doesn't always show up everything that's in the way, so there is a chance there's fencing or something we didn't see on the map. I think we're golden. We're going to do a wide turn here because there was something showing on the map, but we weren't sure what it was. And in fact, I don't think it is anything. No, I think it's just some debris, I think. But the wide turn would have helped. Straight in. Job done. We've got one objective left. We've got to reach that location. We've got to lead that some mineral researches were conducted inside the eastern quarry just before the hurricane hit. All machinery All machinery and climbing equipment, including safety harnesses, ropes, and crampons, were left right there during evacuation. Exactly what we're looking for. Find the container with the climbing equipment in the quarry and deliver it right to the workshop. Okay. We're now level 10 as well. We just leveled up. So we need to... We'll obviously have to use the mule, as it's the best vehicle for picking things up. And our nearest point to this might be the roadside base, to be fair. Straight down the road down here. Come into here. I think it is roadside base, you know. So we'll call in the mule. Again, it's the only one with a crane and can carry things, so it makes sense to use it again. I know we overuse it to a degree, but it's the only one that does the job it does. So I want to come out of here, take a right, follow the road round. I think we are close to getting this map done, to be fair. Sounds like this will be another container, hopefully not too big. Otherwise we'll have to bring other vehicles if it's too big. Okay, this main road will take us to the outskirts of the Steel Beam facility. I don't think we've used this road all this way, to be fair, yet. Oh. Yeah, I definitely don't think we've used this route at all. This way. Okay. I don't want to follow this all the way up because that will take us to the tunnel, which we can't get through. There's a bridge needed there. Past the first right-hand turn, second right-hand turn is one we want, but not that one. We want this one, I believe. And then from here, straight through onto the muddy track here and follow that down. We'll get us straight there. Yeah, left here. And we're going to see what exactly it is we're about to carry. I fully expect it's going to be too big and we need the heavy transporter, but you never know. We might get away with this. Okay, hang on. What? Oh, it's there. Okay, we need to build a bridge. By the looks of things. Yeah, not quite as simple as what we thought, because that's what there's a little container there to pick up. But to get to it, we need to build a bridge over here. Annoying. That's going to be annoying, that is, isn't it? A wooden bridge is probably our best bet. Although I say that, we've got 5 concrete slabs. We've got 8, actually, no, we've got 8 pieces of wood in the back. We'll have to load it, but that's doable. There's no other way in or out, is there? No. That screwed us up a little bit, really. Because if we'd known that, we could have brought the wood with us. Okay. So we need a bridge across here. We need 5 logs for that. We've got 8 in storage. So if we now head back to... it doesn't actually matter which one, but we'll go roadside. We're going to need a vehicle for transporting. And a crane. The 2 we need. We got the Voron. I'm not using the Wayfarer. I refuse to use the Wayfarer. I'm hoping the wood fits in the Voron, to be fair.
Funny story. Right before the hurricane, they found some peculiar fossils in the wall of that quarry you're right next to. The eggheads from the local university got all hot and bothered and scurried right over with climbing equipment to study those fossils on site. Our guys could use that equipment to work on tower construction. So, if you find it, drop it off at the workshop, pretty please.
So they want it to use for tower construction. Makes complete sense. Right, and then we need a crane. I'm assuming a normal crane can pick up the wood. Why not take out the rusty mule? Taking the mickey, the TV is the mule a bit, isn't it? And yeah, I'm not using the rusty mule. I'm guessing a normal crane can pick up the wood. Let's bring that back from where it is. I don't actually know if a normal crane can pick up the wood. I'm assuming it can. It makes sense that it can. We're about to find out though. Right, resource, so we need logs. Let's get 1 log out to start with. going to quickly change position of this to that. Anchors are out. Yeah, we can pick up. Okay. I weren't sure if it'd be able to. So it was I think it was 5 logs, was it, we needed? Can't see exactly where the positioning is in this. Okay, it doesn't quite fit in the back, which was always there was always a chance it wouldn't. 5 logs. Yeah, there was always a chance it wouldn't fit on the back. But if we load it okay, it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, that's 2. Why not have one end? Yeah, I could. Yeah, that's a good shout. To be fair. There wasn't any reason not to. It was just the way it landed. To be fair, but you make a good point. Come on. Can't pull that anymore. Come on. There we go. That was kind of what I was aiming for to start with, to be fair. Come on, just a little bit more. Yeah, that was what I was aiming for to start with. Crane is not the easiest to manoeuvre compared to some of the others, I feel. Can't go any more up there. Come on. I think that's there. It's not perfect, but it'll do. As long as it stays in, that's the important part. I like the fact all the logs are different as well. They're not just one generic look. They are all different in different ways. At least to go all that way, really. There we go. Tip the other one in at least. You can probably get that one to go further, that's okay though. As I say, it doesn't need to be perfect, it's just got to be enough for us to get it down to where that bridge is. The vehicle could have done with being moved a little bit further forward, and it would have been a bit easier, really. We live and learn. That way. As far as it goes, isn't it? In the middle. Okay. That should, hopefully, be all strapped up and ready to rumble. We haven't used this vehicle in ages, to be fair. It's a rusty version as well. We haven't got the new one. But hopefully, it should get us to where we need to go. The route itself isn't too bad. It's not like there's loads of mud or anything, to be fair. So we should be fine. So follow this road down once again. Probably need to look to see if there is a second one of these. Now we leveled up to level 10, we'll probably unlock some new vehicles again. And see if there's another version of this one, maybe that's a crane. Because this is only the basic rusty version. So there may be a second version of it. Because we're only unlocking more vehicles as we level up. But yeah, I know Stu the Gamer said yesterday that he hasn't used the actual log carrier since the first mission to use it. And I can completely see why. The crane on it is a nightmare. Compared to doing what we just did, especially. You know, a normal crane works so much better than the one where you're going to try and pick the logs up with the opening and closing of the grabber. This definitely works completely, but a lot better that way. So yeah, I don't think we'll end up using the log carrier much, to be fair, because this makes life a lot easier. Hang on, I'm going here. Second turning. God knows what was going on with the PlayStation earlier, but it seems fine now. So I'm not too sure what's going on with that earlier. Kathy, good morning, how are you? Good morning. Okay, we're nearly there. And to be fair, this vehicle's done really well to get us here. One we don't use very often because it hasn't got a crane. It's done really well though. Forklift might be in the way here. That forklift can be sold according to it's yellow, so it means it can be sold. We'll get through. And the bridge is built. Look at that. We have a bridge. Oh, do you know what we could have done? We didn't need to use the bridge, did we? Look, there's concrete slabs here. I didn't see them till just now, but there's concrete slabs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 there that we could have used instead. Thank you for the like, girls. Much appreciated. I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. But yeah, so there was concrete slabs here we could have used, but there we go. We've used the wood instead. Right, there should be a smallish container for us to pick up. I'm hoping a small container anyway. That one there. Again, will it fit on the back? I think it will actually. That's not that bad a size, that one. I think that will fit in the back. If I can get that in the right place. very heavy. You can see the vehicle moving as we're trying to bring this round. I was on the wrong camera for a start. I couldn't quite see. Really? Come on. Is it on that edge? It's not quite him. Okay, that edge is in now, that bit's not. There we go, it's in. It is in. Ah, this map is definitely better, yeah. This map is a lot better than the previous map. The Sunken map was a nightmare. It really was, but yeah, this is a lot better. Right, we're going to take it to the workshop. So, where are we going from here? We can't obviously go that way because that requires another bridge being built there. So we need to go back to the steel beams, use our road and go that way. Either that or we quickly do another bridge here. Is the other question. I don't know how many logs we've got and if we'd have enough. So we got 3 logs. We've got 5 concrete blocks to be fair. All we'd need to do is chuck in a vehicle in here and that'll be another bridge. It does kind of make sense to do it, to be fair. Let's have a look. It seems a bit too far back, to be fair. Not back far enough. I need 5 concrete slabs, which we have in storage. I don't know. We don't know anything about the toys, to be fair. I haven't seen a toy yet. I don't know if it's something we've missed so far or not. Right, we have 5 concrete slabs in storage to go and build this bridge. So let's do that. And that way we just come straight across. It's not something we have to do, but it's something that will just make life a little bit quicker and easier. We already have that there, so let's go here. We need another crane. We'll deploy the other bay cow. It's not the best crane in the world, but it will do for what we need. Find that. This we need to move as well. This will be carrying the concrete beams in a second. I say we don't. We could have driven the long way around with this. We don't need to build this bridge, but actually, it's there. It's a gap. We might as well do it while we're here. And we have the means to do so, and that's the whole point, to actually, you know, get these things back up and running properly. These little extra bits we should really be doing as well as we go. Yeah, I don't know anything about the toys. It's one of those weird ones I just don't know enough. I don't know anything about. All right, back to the crane. We want 5 concrete slabs out. There we go. And again, these should be fairly simple and easy to get in the back. That's high as we can go. Okay. This crane can't go very high, that's the downside. Just need that to turn a little bit. There we go. Sim. No! See that hitting us there. I would rather that fail. The route's done. We've got all the rewards from it, so it's not the end of the world that route failing. We can't really move at this point. We're a bit busy. Two in. Yeah. The failing doesn't matter because we've already got all the rewards from it anyway. You're starting to enjoy it the more you've seen then, Kathy. It's one of those games that is so chilled out, but yet you still need to think about things. That's what I like about it. Same as Construction Simulator. I want to do that at some point. Someone was asking me yesterday, what was it? Power Wash Simulator on the channel. I never thought that'd be something we'd do. I would have on the channel. I've not said we'd definitely do it. My little boys played it, and to me, I just think it's not probably something to chill out to, maybe. But it looks, after a while, just to get boring because you do the same thing over and over again. Whereas this, you are doing something different a lot of the time. I think that's what makes it interesting, is the fact that it is different. You know, all the different jobs to do. And the freedom as well, I think, because you don't have to do everything. You know, this bridge here really is an optional thing that we're doing. It's not something we have to do. Right, cargo strapped. So from here, we want to be heading down here, past the relay, past their new road to there. So we want to be going that way. Definitely feel the weight on the back of this, to be fair. It should be absolutely fine. The whole route isn't exactly a difficult one. The rain is coming down like anything though. Part of me feels like this might be the end kind of missions, to be fair. It does feel like we are nearly done. There is something that I've seen on the map that feels like it needs doing at some point, whether there's a mission or not, and that's a radio tower that needs power. To me, that's kind of the last thing we need to do, I would say. But it does feel like we're getting close to the end of this map. I think Kathy means she's seen the fact we spoke about them after we saw them on the thing. I've not seen a single toy yet. I don't even know what they look like though, that's the thing. If they're a hidden item that are around, then it'd be interesting to try and find them. But yeah, as I say, doing these little extra things for an extra bridge, it's not something you have to do, but it's something we can do. I don't know if it would have been quicker just to drive around, to be fair. It may have been. Oh wow, there are 5 or more toys on each map and 2 barrels. Okay. 2 barrels. Okay, so we may need to come back and explore some of the maps we've already done then. Because I've not seen any of those anywhere. But then I've not been looking either, that's the thing. I don't want to go too far forward. There we go. So our bridge is now built, and the reason we built this bridge was to make our life a little bit easier from the quarry. Park this up. We can go and grab the mule now, which is in here. So there's 2 barrels that are worth money, so you sell them, and there's 5 toys as well. Okay. See, the quarry for me would be the ideal place of having one of them, wouldn't it? But again, as I say, I've not looked for them, I've not seen them. I think once we find one, it would make finding the rest a bit easier because you know what you're looking for. There's some drums there. Well, looks of things. But they look more like hazardous waste kind of drums. But yeah, after we built this bridge, we noticed we didn't need to build a bridge with wood. We could have used the concrete slabs that were here. Yeah, they must look different to normal barrels, I would guess. But it's like the forklift there can be sold. It's flashing yellow, so the forklift is something that can be sold. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see where they are. Right, where are we going here? We need to go. Left out of here towards the main power substation, and then straight across there to there. So I'm thinking, have we been up there? And if so, that's the new frame they're building is for that. To be fair, I think that's the yard we started in, wasn't it, as well? Oh, there's one. There's a toy truck. I reckon that's one of them there. 40,000 a piece. Wow. Yeah, I think that's a toy truck just there. That's what it looks to be, like a little tractor unit. To me. I could be wrong. But I think that is one. What I'm going to do is just place a marker on it and we'll come back because we can't do anything with it just yet. Yeah. We'll finish off the actual mission we're doing and then we'll have to go back and have a look. Because I'm assuming you have to pick it up then to sell it, don't you? So we'll need the mule with the crane anyway. Not the best route to use, especially with a fragile heavy load. Okay, you want to go left here. And we'll get... Is that one of them, was it? Okay, so you can see them on the map then if you look closely. Interestingly. Right, I'm not going through that, am I? I'm there now. Yeah, I want to go right here. No, I want to go straight. So yeah, interesting you can see them on the map if you look closely. There's 5 per map plus 2 barrels. Wow, that's a lot of toys to find. Again, it's a reason to go back to some of the maps as well, though, because there's other things, other jobs now that we couldn't do originally on there that are all optional jobs essentially. Now we can do. Now we've got different vehicles and things. Okay, let's get this delivered. And then we'll see what he wants us to do next. But yeah, we'll go and try and have a grab in that toy, I think. Where do you sell them? Don't tell me the shop. The shop's miles away. Hang on a second. Sorry. Money coming out of my account, and I was at my bank account. I'm like, what the hell? No. So, direct debit. Always worries me when you see money pop out of your account randomly. Right, here we are. Mainly closer, to be fair. I suppose the thing with the barrels will flash yellow if they're for sale, whereas normally barrels flash blue. That's the other thing. Because barrels normally are recyclable, so I'm guessing they'll flash yellow instead. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. To be fair, I know on Sunken you can. We never, because you can sell at the ports. We never used the selling point at the port. To be fair, we've not used the selling point at all so far. Why can't you go up anymore? There we go. We're kind of maxing out what we should be doing with this crane on the mule, to be fair. You can tell that, but it's by how we're struggling to get things off sometimes. But there we go. That is done. Mission complete. Let's see what Kelly has to say now.
We've got all the tower parts ready. Now, it's time to deliver them. You don't even have to install the parts yourself. Just send the convoy to the tower and sit back. Isn't delegating duties great?
So we need to delegate duties by sorting a route by the sounds of things. Let's have a look. So, send a convoy to raise the southern radio tower. So, the southern radio tower is there. And our starting point. Pieces finally starting to fit. The tools, the tower frame, the radio electronics. Construction's finished. All thanks to you. Are you ready to get on the same wavelength as the rest of the world? Let's plan a route. Workshop to the southern radio tower. Okay, so workshop is there. We can come straight down here. We just built a bridge here. So this bridge we built needed building no matter what. Because without this bridge, we wouldn't be able to get to the southern radio tower. So actually, us building that for ourselves saves us a lot of time. Because I reckon we can get this done in one shot. Mainly because we've done that bridge. Right, where are we starting? There. Oh, even better. As long as it doesn't meet one of the other trucks on the way, we should be fine. Up here. So, someone else you've been watching is saving them. Where do you save them? Right, that is route done. Let's dispatch vehicles. We're going to jump back in the mule while that's doing its thing, and I want to see if we can go and grab this toy. Change the camera back to the one it should be. Let's see if we can go and grab this toy while we've got the route going for the tower. Normally I would follow it, but I don't think we need to. Plus I want this toy. Okay, we'll follow the convoy. So yeah, I'm glad we built that bridge now. You know, we didn't have to build the bridge, it was only to make our life a little bit quicker. And it's worked out brilliantly. Oh, we could put them near the warehouse there. Okay, it makes sense. Right, our toy, check the map for a second, is up here. So it's our next right turn. We may get interrupted when that tower's fixed, to be fair, because we may get cutscene play. Yeah. I suppose if you've got them all in one place, you sell them all in one go, it makes sense. Is it up here? Have I missed it? Hang on. Yeah, I've missed the route in. It's there. Although I've just seen all the rubble to get past to get there. There we go. I knew we'd be interrupted. So, it's something to say. It won't provide enough coverage for the entire region, but it's a very promising start. Goal complete through the static. Is that map complete?
well done.
No, not quite.
First tower is up and running. The others won't be such an easy fix, though.
Yeah.
Repairing the others is something our workshop just can't do. Making high-tech equipment is a bit harder than welding a few steel beams together, after all. Still, the plan is already in place. Just gather enough resources. That should count as environmental credit or something with HQ. They say we can get new equipment in exchange for just that. Convenient, right?
So we haven't quite... We've done the first stage of these two-stage map. Reconnect is next. We need to bring resources to the zone. We need 8 logs. And then we need to bring into there. Okay. We need 10 steel beams. 4 concrete slabs. All delivered to here, to the steel beams facility warehouse. That's where they all need delivering to. Now we've got 15 steel beams in storage, so that's fine. We need 5 more logs. We just use their concrete slabs. Although saying that, there's a load of concrete slabs at the quarry that we just saw. So we could use the concrete slabs from the quarry, which is here. Once I grab my toy. So that's doable. Okay. I've actually missed the turning. I've just noticed there's a load of rocks in the way of where this is. This could be interesting. If I grab my toy, I'm gonna have concrete slabs as well. I need to pick up. I might have to dump it somewhere for a little bit. Oh, it's not as on the map. This looks really rocky. I know it is. We've got to go up there. We're going that way. So you've actually got to pick them up. Then it's not a case of just getting there and touching them. You've actually got to pick the toys up. We're over. We're through. Right, where's this toy? What I might do is actually unload it into the other truck we've got at the quarry. Right, where's my flag? It was around here, wasn't it? Oh no, it's a big tractor. That's not it, surely. It's just a normal tractor. Yeah, I don't think that's it. That's just a tractor. Yeah, I think we got that one wrong. Because that's just a tractor. There's nothing else that looks similar here. Actually, saying that, I don't think that's one, but is that one there? I have found one. It's not the tractor. It's on top of there. Look, the red thing with a crane. So we hadn't. It wasn't the one we thought it was, but we have found one. They are tiny. Wow. Okay, they're not that big to find, are they? I thought they were going to be bigger than that. But they do glow yellow as if they're for sale. Strapped it. But yeah, that's tiny. I did spot that on the map as well, but only just. And what's the yellow thing there? I don't think that is actually anything there. No. So yeah, little replicas. They are very small, aren't they? But I need to fit 4 concrete slabs in the back of this at the same time. I don't know how doable that's going to be. We're gonna with the mule now head back this way round into the quarry and pick up these concrete slabs. Do they count as concrete slabs? They look like concrete slabs, but I don't know if they are or not. I don't know if there's a way to tell. Because obviously they were for using on here. We've also got 3 or 4 concrete slabs inside the building, haven't we? Coast Steel, there's some in here as well. I'm now looking for little toys in different places now. I bet in here as well. I didn't look inside the building properly, but I wonder if there's one in there. And you got all the houses to look in. You could be forever looking for them toys, couldn't you? Do they count as concrete slabs? That's my question. If they do, that saves us lots of time. I may have to pick one up and just see if they count. I don't have to take it far to see if they count, to be fair. So yeah, I think what we'll do, we'll go and pick up 1 concrete slab, see if that counts. If they do, we can get another 3 from there. Beams we can get out of storage, and we just need 5 more logs, which is doable. As long as we don't use the log carrier. How long we got? We got half an hour. I don't know if we get this map finished today, but I think we'll be ever so close now. I'm going to attempt to get one of those concrete ones in with the toy still in the back as well. How well that will go, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I need to go that way. Hopefully we can do this without tipping over, because that means coming back and getting the toy manually, doesn't it? To be fair, we can always cut the logs near the drop-off point, make our life a little bit easier. But yeah, let's just see if these count as concrete slabs. That'll save us a massive amount of work if it does. Or if they do. They look like concrete slabs to me, but I don't know, to be fair. They look old. Unstuck cargo. They maybe, I don't know if they'll count. They don't look right. They look right on the map, but now I'm looking at them, I'm not sure how. In fact, my crane can't even pick them up, so they can't be correct. Okay, the crane can't pick them slabs up, which tells me that we're wrong. So I need to get this toy back to the warehouse, really, don't I? We are going to need to make concrete slabs. I don't know if we've got the materials over here to do so. If we go here, concrete shows up as grey, doesn't it? So there's a massive amount of stuff there that can be picked up and used. We just need a vehicle there to do so. Yeah, there's a big pile right there. I take it there's nothing near the crane to use, is there? No. So that means we need the mule or a crane over there with something to put them in, and then they can be delivered to there to make the concrete slabs we need. No, they're not. They're not. I didn't even look at that. Actually, it's a good shout. I didn't even look at that. Oh, they're not. They're not flashing the colour we would expect. No. Well, I've moved the map around again. No, they're not flashing, are they? You're right. Yeah. You'd expect them to flash a different colour, wouldn't you? Why is that drum flashing a different colour to everything else? Are you seeing that drum? The way it's pulsing? Or does the yellow just... because let's go and check that drum out quickly. Yeah, it's cash, but drums normally are recyclable, not cash. I wonder if that's one of the special drums then. I didn't know anything about the drums, to be fair, either. That's a new one on me. I don't know what they look like. Oh, I think it's a tyre, actually. It's a tyre, not a drum. Yeah, it's a tyre. I was going to say, drums don't flash, they're blue, they're recyclable. Yeah, it's a tyre. Right. It would be a lot easier if I could just call back this straight back to base, but I can't. Because it's got something in the back, I can't call it back, can I? So, what do we need to do here? Let's think about this. Make our life easy. Concrete slabs we need to make, that's fine. Beams we can bring any time. I want to get the toy next to the storage, so at least we know it's there. I'm not going to sell it either, I think, to be fair. I think we'll just keep it for the time being. I think we need to head back to the bridge, back up here, to our facility. I think that's our best shot at this point, and then go decide a plan of action from there. We've got half an hour left. I don't know if we'll get this whole mission done in half an hour, but we should get some of it delivered, I think. They're barrels, not drums. Okay. Left here. Yeah, we'll get this toy back to base, and then we'll work out, because then, like I say, there's still beams we can take now and get those delivered. Some of the logs can be done now, and we know it's easier to pick up a crane the logs than the actual other thing, and we can do them from anywhere. I don't know if 10 steel beams is that going to be too much. It might be time to get the Wayfarer out, because that would fit 10 steel beams in really easily. So it might be, yeah, we might actually have to get the Wayfarer out for the first time on this map. But yeah, I have no idea where the other 4 toys are. We'll have to. I'm not going to aim to look around for them specifically at this point. I do want us to focus on the actual missions as well, but I think we'll try and keep an eye out for them at the same time. But yeah, we'll store it by the warehouse, the Highland Base warehouse. I'll just keep a little eye out in case there's anything else. Thing is, that one was on top of a container, and they're not easy to spot, I would have said. Just looking at the containers now. Anything on top of anything? The thing is, you could be there forever looking around, couldn't you? That's the only downside. And they show up as yellow because they're for sale. There's nothing obvious that I can see. Tyres down there for sale. That's normal. Yeah, there's nothing flashing yellow, is there? You're gonna look where it is. We might find them one day. I'm not overly worried at this point. It gives you a reason to come back to each map as well. I'd say there's other things to be done on the map, so as far as I'm concerned. But I take it you can't put it in storage, can you? I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't go in storage. What I can do though, there is a little stage here. Have I not got enough reach? Well, I might just have enough reach. There we go. One stored just there. Okay, we need a plan. What's the plan here? I think Wayfarer out, load it with the 15 beam, the 10 beams, that's job done for a start. So, we haven't got the Wayfarer out yet. So it's time for it to do some work. It's the one vehicle I can't stand using, to be fair. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't know if there's an upgrade. The upgraded Wayfarer, though, might be an idea. I know that is the upgraded Wayfarer. There's only one, and it is upgraded. Yeah, that is the one we own already. I didn't actually look to see if there was anything new. Log forwarder. So that's another log crane, isn't it? Cargo truck. Okay. So you've got a cargo truck and a log forwarder there. There's a log forwarder here as well, which is a different make. Cargo truck with blade, which we already have. That's on top of the dozer. It's because we're now... Oh, a log grabber loader. That's different. Log grabber loader. It's because we're level 10. I just wanted to see if there's anything new. A tree harvester, 54,000 for a tree harvester. An upgraded one anyway. Scout's already upgraded. Another log forwarder here. Yeah, quite a lot of log forwarders by the looks of it. From different makes. That's the tree harvester, 22,000 for a new one. And then the log grabber loader as well. Light equipment transporter we haven't really used. Yeah. Graded heavy mobile, heavy equipment transporter. Okay, there's a few things there. Yeah, we'll use the Wayfarer. As I say, it's not the one. I don't really like it, but it's got the biggest bed. And we need a load of stuff in it, so it makes sense. Where do I need it to go? That's the question. If I can get that in front of that crane, it might be a bit easier to load up. I hate reversing these trailers with a passion. Come on. My thinking was we get this in front of the crane. It might be easier for the crane to load it. So storage, we need steel beams times 10. I don't know how many that is now. Can't lost count how many we need, how many we had. Okay, we'll have to count the beams as they go in the Wayfarer because I can't remember how many it was. Might even try and get the logs in here as well that we've got in storage. The more that's in the Wayfarer, the better, really. It's just done then, isn't it? I say I'm not a massive fan of the vehicle, but we can use quite a lot in the back of it. Yeah, not good. Try that again, sorry. I might wish I'd loaded these a little bit better, I think. So I'm just so I don't regret it in a minute. A little bit better. Right, it's 3 in there so far. Oh, okay, was it 15 we had? I can't remember how many we had, to be fair. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might regret this loading in a minute. Okay, let's quickly swap to the Wayfarer and move it back a little bit more. As I say, I'm not a fan of reversing these things. Still on the floor. It is. The floor is already in the air. There we go. So we still need 1 out storage, don't we? Let's get that out now. On that. 10 of these in total, isn't it? Just to keep an eye on time as well. We are running out of time for today. That's what I was trying to do. I was struggling for that one to get that to go where I wanted it to for a second. And then what I'll do, move the Wayfarer back again, and we'll see if we can get the 3 logs we've got in storage on as well. Just managed to catch that one there. So we get them on the far end. At least that's 3 of the 8 delivered that way. Is my thinking. The only issue we may have is weight. We've had issues with the Wayfarer before and weight. That's the only problem we may have. So, okay, let's quickly swap to the Wayfarer, reverse it back a little bit more. If we can. Let's come forward first. Caught near to the building, I think. And then try and get logs on as well. Is my thinking. I'm putting them back in storage, aren't I? Have I just put? I think I've just put them back in storage accidentally. 6. We weren't sure. You said we had 15 and a 6. Yeah, I've just put one back in storage, haven't I? Okay, that wasn't quite the plan. Okay, where's the one? Oh, it's there. It's underneath. It's underneath the truck. It's not very helpful, is it? I don't know. Right, I must have given that one last, I think. I know I'm not the best with the crane, I must admit. I felt like I was getting better, and then I start loading things like this up, and maybe not. To be fair, I've only got 3 logs to put in. It's not like we've got many. And then what we'll probably try and do is cut down the logs near where the actual drop-off point is. Or with a train nearby, maybe. Just make that a little bit easier. I definitely can't see us using the log loader again. Just because the crane's so much easier to pick them up. Obviously they fit better in the log loader, wouldn't they? That's the thing. But yeah, this is... We've never been asked to do this many resources in one go before, I must admit. Right, I need the last bar out. The one down there, that's what I need. Come on, give me the link. I've got to lift it up, but enough that it's not under the vehicle. There we go. So the Wayfarer went too far back and actually put this back in the storage. That was the problem. Okay, if we now swap to the Wayfarer, it's loaded. I wouldn't say it's amazingly loaded, but it's loaded. So we're going to go and deliver this, and that may be the last thing we manage to get done today. We shall see. We've only got 5 minutes left, and we know the Wayfarer is not the nicest thing to be using. We shall see. But this is our first load, so this should be the 10 steel beams for the delivery, plus 3 of the 8 logs as well. And then next week when we come back, we'll have to do the concrete slabs and the remaining logs as well, and get them delivered. To be fair, the slabs won't be too bad. There's a load of stuff nearby to use there. We could go and buy them if we wanted to, but I think that's a as well. My plan is not to buy any resources. If we can make them ourselves, we'll make them ourselves. I think I kind of know what's going to be next mission-wise as well, and that'd be power to the northern radio mast. Makes the most logical sense. Isn't doing too bad with weight, to be fair, but then the road this way isn't too bad either. Okay, we got our built road here. Let's just double check our route here. So we're delivering over there, and there's two ways to it. We could come up via that, or we can go via the bridge. Let's go, after this vehicle comes down, we'll go up here and go that way, I think. Nice and easy on. We could, if we wanted to, make this even wider, to be fair, the way it looks. There's still plenty of room to do that if needed. Oh, okay. Didn't like them bumps, did it? We are looking around for these little toys as well while we're in these places. I'm curious to what the drums look like as well, to be fair. Because obviously the difference to the drums you recycle. Really? Come on. It's because the wheels are off the ground because of the dip there. Yeah, it's the wheels off the ground, it can't move. Just touching the floor, but it's not enough there. Never had a problem before with another vehicle. Obviously it's the wide wheelbase, isn't it? If we don't go up that way, I'll try low gear as well. We'll try and go at an angle to the left. Don't make it any easier. Right. We found an issue with the Wayfarer again. You 100% agree with us that you refuse to buy it. Exactly. If you can make it, why buy it? Okay. This may be worse. Why are we tipping? Okay, that's not good. Okay, we've got ourselves a little bit stuck. What have we got here? Alright, that's not going to work. That might. Just can't go over that divot in the road. It just makes the wheels not touch. Yeah, I made that worse. Back on there. This may make it worse, or this may help. I'm not sure at this point. We've tried to use this before to make things easier, and it's gone badly wrong. We shall see in a minute. I want to finish by getting at least that stuff delivered if we can. We are out of time, but we'll try and quickly get this done as we're quite close anyway. I did catch him. Okay. If we manual control, do we go really well or really badly? I don't know which one yet. Badly. I should be able to tip that back over though. Okay, it's back on its feet at the very least. Just about. Oh, we're not getting up the hill. My thinking was to try and push as well. All it's got to do is get them wheels to touch enough. Don't know if that's enough. Swap to the Wayfarer and see if that is enough. Nearly. No, hang on, low gear on. I've not made it worse, for once. Okay, wheels are just spinning though now. Okay. Didn't make it worse though. I normally do. It just needs a little nudge forward, that's all it needs. We could if we got one of our towing vehicles, which is miles away at this point. And because we're nearly out of time, I just wanted to try and get this done quickly. Yeah, just to try and get this done quickly, essentially. I haven't got the strength to pull up, though, by the looks of things. Yeah, we haven't got the strength. We'll have to bring a rescue vehicle to tow it. It just means it won't get done today. I was so hoping we could get this done today as well. Yeah, I've got no oomph. But one last thing to try, if I can get back up there. Yeah, one last thing to try is just go pick up this back end and see if we can move that forward. But that is it. The handbrake is off, I believe, but it may go back on because we got out of the vehicle. It's moved. It did move. Alright, let's put the handbrake on. That's the only thing, sometimes it'll put the handbrake on for you when you get out of the vehicle. Yeah, we've got no movement, are we? Come on. No. Yeah, we okay, I think that's the place to stop before we mess everything up, to be fair. We're going to need to get the towing vehicle to pull that up a little bit more. We'll have to do that the next episode, the next stream, which will be Monday morning, I believe. Yeah, steel beams in the back, 3 of the 8 logs. We're going to need the concrete slabs as well. It's a big mission, this one. But the way this is going, also, I want to say, I think, mission-wise, we're not too far from being finished. We'll look at percentage in a second. There's a couple of things that I've noticed on the map that we'll need to go. I'm sure it'll tell us to do, but just in case it doesn't. This being one of them. So this needs the power connected to it, which I'm assuming we'll just come across here to do that way. From there, and we also have a river base over here that we haven't activated yet as well. That's something else we probably need to do at some point, I would say. I was just looking on the map to see what else there was that we haven't been to. We have been up here, but we had a quick look. This tower probably needs doing as well. That'll be another convoy, more than likely, I would have said, to get that back up and running as well. So there's still a bit to do, to be fair. But yeah, now we know a bit more about these toys and things. I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. As I said, we've got one of them as it is. But we didn't know anything about them before just now. Not really, until we saw that first one. Let's have a look at our percentage, though, and have a quick chat before we finish. Kathy, thank you for joining us. Much appreciated. Have a good weekend. I'm sure we'll speak to you soon. Patrick, thank you very much. Have a good weekend, and we'll speak to you soon. So we're 82% done in Incommunicado now. 82%. Wow. We have 5 main missions left to do. 1 side objective. There is 6 infrastructure requests done to do at some point as well. But we're getting there. So Incommunicado hopefully we'll finish next week, and then we've got 3 more to choose from. As I say, we have only got a week and a bit to go until Death Stranding 2 releases, which we'll be doing on release as well. I'm trying my hardest to get episodic content back, but whilst I'm dead to the world most afternoons, annoyingly for me, it is still going to be a struggle, but we're trying our best as much as we can. Crazy Iceman, thank you very much for joining us. Much appreciated. Definitely learned a few things, absolutely. But that is us done for today. A massive thank you to you guys. We are back Monday morning. The schedule is out, as always, Sunday, 1 p.m. GMT for the scheduled video, 8 p.m. GMT for the live stream community post as well. But yeah, last thing to say, have a fantastic weekend. And thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you in the live stream very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.